Hello everybody, I'm Jude and this is Lammy, and together we are Little Lamb Tales. Thanks for joining us this week, and remember, if you like what you hear, you can tweet about it on Twitter or tell us on Facebook. The next few weeks I'm going to be telling stories from all around the world, and tomorrow, the 9th of October, is Independence Day for Uganda. So this story is a traditional tale from Uganda. So Celia, this one's for you. It goes like this. A long, long time ago, in the beautiful country of Uganda, it was a very, very, very big country with not many people. In fact, there was just one man who lived there all by himself, and his name was Kintu. And the only thing he had for company was a cow. This made Kintu very lonely and sad. Now, above Kintu, in the kingdom of the clouds, there lived a king called Gulu, and he had lots and lots of children, many sons and one daughter called Lamby. And he loved all his children. And every time there was a rainbow, the children of King Gulu would slide down and have fun on the earth for a few hours. But they had to make sure they went straight back up so that they didn't get left behind. Now one day, two of the brothers decided they were going to go down with the next rainbow, and they said to their sister Nambi, "Come with us, we'll have a great time." So that day, the rainbow landed on the beautiful country of Uganda, and Nambi and two of her brothers slid down, and they landed not far from Kintu and his cow. When Kintu saw them, he thought, well, who are they? And when they saw Kintu, they thought, well, who's he? But after a while, they started to chat to one another. And Nambi said to Kintu, "Why do you look so sad?" "I've got nobody here to keep me company except this cow. I'm ever so lonely, and it's making me really sad." Said Nambi. "I know. Next time the next rainbow touches Uganda, I will come back and I'll marry you, and then you don't have to be lonely ever again." "That sounds amazing," said Kintu. "Thank you." Well, as Nambi and her brothers made their way back up to Cloudland, they turned to her and said, "Are you mad, Nambi? Our dad's going to be so cross. He's never going to let you come back down here to marry Kintu." Said Nambi. "Maybe he won't." Anyway, they got back to the kingdom and she went to see her father. And at first he was furious. But she said, "I really, really have to keep my promise, Dad. You've always taught me that." "That is true. Okay, you may go, but you've got to keep it secret. You must not tell your brother Death, who we call Walumbe. If you do, he will go down to earth and he will take Death with him." "I won't," she promised. So time went on. The very next time that the beautiful rainbow was hovering over Uganda, Nambi got her things, and the king said, "Take your two older brothers with you to make sure you're safe." And off they set. But he said, "Remember, don't tell Walumbe." So off they set, and they tiptoed to the top of the rainbow and were just about to step onto it, when Nambi said, "Oh no, I've forgotten the seed for the chickens. If I don't take that, they won't grow, and then the chickens won't be able to live. I've got to take them. I'll be 2 seconds." And off she shot back to go and get the seed. Well, of course, her brother Walumbe spotted her. "Where are you going?" "I'm not allowed to say." "You will tell me." No, I can't, I mustn't." "You will," he said. And Nambi was so frightened that she said, "Well, I'm going to earth, but you are not to come with me." "Very well," said Walumbe. "I won't come, but you just watch out. I may come and visit you and your new husband very soon." And with that, he disappeared. Nambi was a bit scared, but she carried on her way back down to earth on the beautiful rainbow. And as soon as her brothers had seen that she'd arrived in Uganda safely, they went back to Cloudland. Kintu and Nambi were very, very happy indeed, and she unpacked all the things she brought with her, and she showed Kintu how to plant the banana plant stalks in the ground, and she showed him how to plant the seed and how to feed the chickens, and before long they had plenty to eat. The chickens were well fed and they were very happy. One day, who came calling? That's right, Walumbe. He came down the next rainbow. "Hello there, Nambi, I've come to see you." "Oh no," she said. "We must get rid of him," she whispered to Kintu. "We mustn't let him stay whatever happens. He's got to go." And so they sat down with Walumbe and said, "You cannot stay here." But no matter what they said, Walumbe refused to listen, until eventually he said, You give me your first child when it's born, and that way I will not bother you." "Our first child?" said Namby. "I don't think so." But in the end, they had to agree. Well, time went on, and they had not one child, but many children, and they were very happy. The chickens were well fed, the plants were growing, everything was great, and they'd forgotten all about Mulumbe, but he hadn't. And before long, he came back down onto earth, down the rainbow, and he said, "I've come to collect your first child." "No, no, you mustn't. Please, please don't take our child." "Well, that was the promise. You promised. And our father always taught us we must not break promises." "Oh, please, please, please," said Namby. "Please don't take our child." "Well, very well. I will have to stay on earth then." "Okay," said Namby and Kintu. And so Ulumbi went off to go and find somewhere to set up his own house. Well, many more years carried on, and Namby and Kintu had many more children and grandchildren. Soon Uganda was full of beautiful people, all healthy and happy. But of course, Mulumbe was there too. And because he was the king of God of death, he did take people every now and then. But despite that, Uganda is a beautiful country full of beautiful plants, banana leaves, and chickens who are very well fed. And as for Kintu and for Namby, they lived very happily for the rest of their lives. The end. We hope you enjoyed that one, and next week we'll be in a different country. I wonder where we'll be. See you next time. Bye.